Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. Today is a classic American beer brand from beer brand and beer from the great state of Texas. This is the original Lone Star beer. Bam. If it wants to focus. This bad boy, they say, is the national beer of Texas. And it is, according to LoneStarBeer.com, they say Lone Star Beer uses the finest hops with hardy grains from the central and northern plains. Malted barley and corn extract combine to provide Lone Star with nature's finest ingredients for brewing. Lone Star's ingredients give this beer its full natural flavor. The choicest hops lend complexity and aroma to this beer, and its proprietary mashing regimen creates the perfect balance of alcohol, body, and character. The national beer of Texas. This Lone Star is a 4.65% alcohol by volume American-style adjunct lager with 136 calories, and at the current time of reviewing here in 2020, in March 2020, they make a Lone Star Light 3.85% alcohol by volume, and they make a Lone Star 24/7, which is a refreshingly low-calorie Lone Star beer, which I've never seen in Massachusetts, but that's at 2.1% and 68 calories. Like, what's the point? So just really briefly, they started in 1884 under the Alamo Brewing Company of San Antonio, Texas. And it was actually was started by the Anheuser-Busch Adolphus Busch and another businessman of his. And let's see here, I'm trying to give you some information. And then in 1895 was when it was housed at the old Lone Star Brewery. In 1950, let's see here, I'm trying to get a little bit of information. Olympia Brewing Company in Washington State bought out Lone Star in 1976. And then it changed hands in 1983 when Gettleman Brewing Company bought them out, and then Stroh's bought them out in 96 and moved the production and closed the San Antonio brewery, moved the production to Longview, Texas, and then they moved it to Texas, and signaling the end of the San Antonio as the major brewing town. Milwaukee, they were doing some stuff with Stroh's in 99, and then Pearl Brewing in 2000. All right, there's a lot of history on this beer. Lots and lots of history, but let's just drink beer. This is now a Pabst Brewing Company brand. I was on Wikipedia. Read Wikipedia, Lone Star beer. In a Carlsberg glass. And on all the Lone Star beers, you get riddles and things to decipher. So there's that one. Pause that and figure out what that is. And if you can't, look up number 87 riddle for Lone Star beer on Google. Bam. All right. Let's actually drink a beer. So you're getting a lot of effervescence, tons of carbonation. You're getting that soapy white, fizzy-looking head with a golden appearance, very see-through and opaque. Yes, popping and fizzing for days on this beer. It is an adjunct lager. Definitely, you're getting some of that corn adjunct. I'm guessing it's similar to Pabst Blue Ribbon, where it's a corn syrup. Definitely getting the wet, papery, cardboard, kind of grainy quality to the beer. There is a little bit of a spicy note, I think, from the hops, but it's not very big. A little bit grassy, Pilsner, malty, crackery. So, yeah, pretty simple stuff, but it does have a nice body or nice smell for an adjunct lager. Cheers, Lone Star. So Lone Star, let me turn down the definition. We're getting some static here. A Lone Star beer is definitely crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. It's got a full flavor to it. I'm definitely getting the corn sweetness, a little bit of a vegetal, kind of a cooked corn just about in flavor, taste. There is a little bit of hoppiness. There is a little bit of that spicier kind of a hop zing. It definitely has a hop zing to it, and it's nice in there to round out the sweetness of the beer. It's a light. It's on the high light side towards medium, I would say, for me. But it is a light and not too watery, but it's got some watery aspects into the flavor of the beer. A Beer Advocate is calling this a American adjunct lager, and it's getting a 61 overall by the Bros. It's got a lot of carbonation. I don't like the rating there from Bros. This is pretty similar to the Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, if you ask me. However, if I went side by side, I could be very specific with Lone Star versus the Pabst Blue Ribbon. This beer here, the Lone Star, is just a little bit more watery and thin in the mouthfeel than the Pabst, and I don't think it has quite the malty body, the malty feel. But this isn't, those two beers, Pabst and the Lone Star, aren't the most malty, bready beers on the face of the earth. You got to go to Germany and get one of their lager beers. Yeah, man. So, what would I rate the beer? Let's get down to brass tacks here. I'm gonna rate some Lone Star 78 out of 100. A really good, simple, pale lager, an adjunct American style lager. We're within the freshness dates. It's fresh until April 20th. It is March 7th, 2020. So we got another month. Just a good, simple beer. It's better than a lot of other lighter calorie beers. I'd rather drink the full flavored beer. And if you don't really want all the alcohol, this is a good one to choose. It's just a simple lager that's a little step up from the Bushes and the Natural and your Keystone branded beers. So that's why I give it a little bit of a step up, almost a B minus, but it's just simple beers. It's not going to get a really fantastic rating most of the time because it's just not much going on. Kind of hard to describe it, but this is done really well for the style. So it is an A. As that adjunct lager, this is a pretty good one that you cannot pass up. So yeah, Lone Star is pretty good. Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful Saturday. Solid glass. Cheers, Eric. Cheers to JoJo's Cider and Reviews and more. Until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Again, cheers. We'll see you soon. It's actually a little bit of a It's actually a little bit of a musty, a dirty finish to that. But I'm still going to give it a 78. Cheers.